everybody. This is Elijah Keating from wisdomseekers.net. We're a good group of people. Go check us out if you want honest, sincere, and with integrity readings, because that's our byword, integrity. And this is for air, which includes Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. This is for April 7th to the 13th, 2019. And shall we start? And the first card for us is healing. And that is a very good way to start out with. Because the healing saves us a lot of anguish if we can do it while it's still just a thought. Well, it's still, even if it's an emotion, it still saves us from, well, cancer. It saves us from pretty well any disease that there is out there, unless you've contracted to have a disease before you come down here. And if that was the case, break the damn contract. Break the darn contract. You don't need it. It was a contract you made before you came here and realized what it was all about. So if we can clear our emotional and mental bodies with healing, our physical bodies should be in a great or much better shape. I'm not sure what happens if you already have the disease or illness, but in many cases I do know there's spontaneous healing, and that is worth looking into. So the first card for us is the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is a card of celebration. A card of celebration, a card of coming together and creating a union. So this week is based on really good positive energy. Things are coming together in a very positive way. And what covers us is the King of Pentacles, and as a human being, he's a solid type, likes his meat and potatoes, likes to sit and watch TV with a beer or whatever, and he's okay with money. He likes money. He also likes to be not necessarily close to nature, but have a bit of it around. And when I say that, it could be simply a plant in the living room to a garden with apple trees in it. What's behind us for this, and this is just a recent behind us, this is not a long term, I think, it's the seven of swords. The Seven of Swords is watching your six, because somebody or something out there is, well, it's a negative, and they're not, something or somebody is not being positive, or they're trying to sneak things past you, and they're stabbing you in the back. So that is behind you. And it probably happened this last week on and it's still playing out in your psyche. That's why we need to heal. We need to allow it to move on so it doesn't become an ache in the neck or a heartache. Because right now we're still a little bit rigid. We're still not allowing our emotions to move in that direction. So what comes after that, after the healing? Well, this is probably during the healing. This is the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is a card of hard work, working hard. And in this case, I suspect it might be difficult to shift that energy that we're dealing with. It might be difficult to trust again that the person who stabbed you in the back, or that energy that stabbed you in the back, you can forgive them. And you don't forgive them for their sakes. You always forgive them for your sake. Because you don't need that pain, that ache, and that hurt. And so what's coming up in front of us? Well, Four of Cups. And until we do forgive, until we do create a change, we're going to be stuck doing what we have been doing, which might be this week is the energy for this week. Things have slowed down a bit. They're a little calmer. It doesn't have to be that energy, because this is what it's based on. This is our choice. If we choose not to move things around, then that's what will happen. And but if we allow that energy to go away, to move out, it probably means we have to look at our inner demons and allow things to shift and change. And when we look at our inner demons, we do realize that we are not that negative, horrible energy that we thought we were. In fact, we are actually very positive energies, because who is reacting or what is reacting is our mind and is our ego. It's not the core of who we are. The core of who we are is always and simplistically a part or a spark of the divine, God, you name it, it doesn't matter. And that is always, and there's nothing else but purity or love. So we have to do, but our ego and our mind are very powerful creators on their own. So if we can open up and see that it's just in a lesson, it's not who we are, because who we are is indeed very bright and shiny and beautiful. Doesn't mean our actions are always that good, but if we can do that, that takes us to the High Priestess. And that brings us to 2 major arcana. So that's a powerful, 2 major arcana. So the High Priestess, she has a reputation for being remote and far away. It's not that she's remote and far away, it's that she sees things other people don't, but she cannot tell you until you're ready to hear. Obviously, we are ready to hear. Otherwise, we would not be there. What will it bring us? Well, it's not necessarily easy, but it will bring us to death, and not a physical death. It'll bring us to the death of a belief, an idea, and that's always a positive, because a belief is just a belief. It's not a truth. But if we can open up to a truth, though, then it gets very esoteric, because it's true here, it's not true here, etc., etc. So where you are at, it may be a truth, but as you move higher, it loses its truth. So we have to open up to multiple truths on multiple energy levels as we reach them. It's not like we have to know everything all at once. We just have to step up to the new truth, which means the old truth dies. And what does that give us? It gives us time to rest and recreate, and that our goals are coming into the realm of possibility, which is very funny, because the last card is to manifest. So when we allow things to shift and change within ourselves, we create less energy that needs to protect us and more energy that can do or manifest. And that is basically what this is saying. Be patient. It's a patience card, but be patient, because things are shifting and changing. And it's very funny. Did you notice they got 4 major arcana and they were all in a row? So this is a powerful week for us. The outcome should be that we will be able to manifest much easier and much more readily, because we have chosen to heal. And yes, we will have chosen to heal. And if we haven't, then you get stuck in a place like that. So I would go with healing. With that, I say namaste.